Užsienio komisija.
Pirmą kartą šiame etape mes sakome, ponios ir ponai, pasitikime ir pasveikinkime Williamą Velsą, Los Andželo muzikos prodiuserį, kuris dirbo su tokiomis žvaigždėmis kaip Barbara Streisand, Imagine Dragons ir daugeliu kitų. Good evening, Mr. Wells. What are your votes?
Eurovision Lithuania, what's going on? It's Will Wells Skyping in from Hollywood, California. It's such a pleasure to join you again this year. Thank you so much for having me at you. Let's get started. So, with 3 points, I'm going to have to award those to Eva with You Save Me. I thought that the beginning of the song wasn't in the most favorable part of your voice range, and because of that, you have to make sure that you're applying more focused control. And by the second verse, we were still kind of dealing with the same challenge. Your stage presence is phenomenal, and I'm still encapsulated, but the song wasn't really allowing your voice to shine like I know that it can. And honestly, I don't think it's the right song for you. With 4 points, I chose to award Aiste with I'm Like a Wolf. I thought there was a nice focused energy during the first verse, but I really want to see you go crazy and open up during the choruses. The sound is so big, but your presence on stage wasn't. And even if it's not the very first chorus, at some point I want to see it take over you. I want to see the wolf take over you. And I could lose the acapella ending. For 5 points, I awarded those to Gitas with Get Frightened. I thought it was a very interesting introduction to the song, and overall I thought the production was great. And the choreography and everything, but I didn't quite understand the song or what you were saying, really until after the first chorus. And I thought that the most interesting vocal part was the speaking part, and I would play that up, because you have an incredible stage presence, but I do think that the song is quite weak. With 6 points, I chose Greta with Like I Love You. I thought that you had a stunning presence of beauty, and the track had a really great vibe to it. The vocal felt a little bit shaky at the top. It was creating some dissonance and a little bit of friction for me instead of flowing with the track. And at certain points in the song, I felt like you really went for it, but if you're going to go for it, you need to make sure that there's clarity in your vocal. And there were some parts where there was clarity, and I thought, oh man, she can really do it. So I'd focus on honing that and nailing it. And there are moments where I thought that you really do quite well in this competition. With 7 points, I chose to award that to Rasite with Paint the Sky Blue. I thought that you have such a nice deep tone to your voice, and by verse 2, I thought you were smooth sailing, but also on the same vocal dynamic range. So I started to lose interest a little bit. I think you could experiment with the dynamic range, especially once you reach the last chorus. I think you could try some higher notes, some longer tones, like you started to do closer to the very end. And once I heard it in the end, I thought, oh man, I wish I heard this a little bit earlier because it was great. You know, there's a lot there that I feel like you're not quite tapping into. With 8 points, I chose to award Gruppe Ego. I thought there was incredible vocal control, especially in the beginning, and a good connection to the camera. I think in order for you to increase your performance value, it could be a little bit less theatrical, perhaps a bit more honest. I want to believe what you're saying. All of you have very strong voices, and the harmonies were good, and there's great stage choreography. But now make it a truly believable performance, and I think that can make you a strong contender in this competition. With 10 points, I awarded that to Edgar with Could It Be. I think you have one of the more charmingly unique voices I've heard all night. Use that to your advantage. It's great, it's very distinct, and I think that starting the song immediately with the vocoder behind you takes away from you, from that tone. So there's room for alteration in the track, or experimentation. I think that let's have more focus on you in the beginning and then add those layers in later. I think that you could do a little bit better than spinning the microphone stand around choreography-wise. I think that experiment with movement and think a little bit harder because I think you have a very good chance in this competition. And we need to complement that voice a little bit better because you have a very strong voice. With 12 points, the highest score for the night. I believe it was Sasha's song with Never Like This Before. There's such a fun look, a fun energy to your track, and I like the song, even though it doesn't really show everything that your vocal can do, because towards the end I heard you playing around and doing some things that really made my ear perk up a little bit. I think that choreography-wise, the dance break felt a little bit sloppy. I think as a group, because you have such cool people around you, I think that it could be tighter and you guys can be bigger with your bodies and more believable. And like I said, towards the end, you start to show more of an intriguing tone, vocal tone. And now that I know that you can do it, I really want to hear you do it, and I really want to hear you go for it, and I think you can take this thing home.
Galite angliškai paploti, nes dabar skambiname į Londoną. Ten visus pasirodymus akila akimis stebėjo ir įvertino šou industrijos ryklys Denis Ingoldsby, kurio viešnagė Vilniuje pastarąjį kartą taip masino Egidijų Dragūną, kad po to jis vengė šios šalies, dėl to jį galima pasiekti tik telefonu. Good evening, and what are your votes for?
Hi, Lithuania. I hope you had a good last year from obviously your positioning, and see if you can do better this year. I've looked at this year's contestants and the ones I'm about to pronounce their names in order, and in starting with the lowest points, I'll start now with Gracias. I give 3 points. Gitas, I give 4 points. Eva, I give 5 points. Ego, I give 6 points. 7, I give Sasha. 8, I give Greta. 10, I give Asta. And 12, Edgarus. So this is the position I've taken this year after looking at all of the contestants, and I hope it works out well for everybody. Thank you and good evening.
Na ir trečiasis komisijos narys, atlikėjų agentas Jean-Paul Dufregres iš Kopenhagos. Hello, Jean-Paul. What are your votes?
Hello, I'm Jean-Paul from Denmark. Nice to meet you and be here with you and Lithuania. It's my first time in Eurovision. I'm very excited. The lowest point I give to track number 6. And I give because I feel it's not really a complete track. It's a little too gimmicky for me, and there was not enough melodic things going on, I think. Track number 4 is, I give 4 points. This is because I think there was kind of missing something that didn't really make me feel like this can win. It wasn't really a Eurovision song for me, you know? And track number 5, I give 5 points. And this is because I think this is very much a Eurovision song, and I think it makes sense for the whole gay pride community. It's like a song that I think would very much work in this context. But I think it's power and the snatching of watermelons and it was a crazy show. Yeah? Track number 2, I give 6 points. Because I think these 3 guys were very much, like this was a very, like a real Eurovision anthem, you know? It was like, wow, this can win actually, I was thinking. But my personal taste, I give it 6. Number 1, the first track, very calm and very nice. it's like real music, you know, and I enjoyed listening to this. I felt that was missing some more of this maybe in the competition, but yeah, I think, you know, she seemed very nervous when she was singing, but nevertheless, she competed and did a good job, and I want to give it 7 points. Track number 7, I give 8 points. I think this track could actually have been the first place for me because I think the verse part is very interesting. Actually, musically very interesting and production-wise also. But I think the chorus, la la la, is not creative enough. You know, I think this could have been much better, and also maybe the bridge. So for this, the verse was very good, but not the bridge, and the chorus was not good. But yeah, enough for me to put it on the third place, huh? And track number 3, I give 10 points. And this is because I think this is like a track that can actually work outside of the Eurovision also. You know, I can hear in some club or something, you know? Yeah, and I think he did a good job also singing. So I give 10 points. And the last track is the last track. It's track 8. This I give 12 points because I think this was such a classic hit in all matters, you know? I think, and also the urban vibe is there very much. Yeah, I just needed him to rap a little and then it would be completely perfect, you know? But yeah, 12 points for track 8. I think they did the best song altogether with like complete. Yes, action for today, and hopefully we see each other. I will see you later.